You want to finish first.
Which means I start on 12.
That's correct.
Yes, I know this. Always one first.
Do I get a rate score?
Huh?
Do I get a rate score?
No.
All right,
Hey,
good. My
you
math's
ready? Are we live?
You want me to record it?
I'll be gambling on you guys.
Record?
I didn't bring an SD card. I can just download it from Facebook.
You got this, girl.
Okay, where's the? There we go.
Oh, and I have your blanket too.
There we go.
I only left it once. But I found it.
All right, here we go. All right, bowlers, go out and shake hands, please.
Shake hands.
All right, welcome everybody. We are at Laurel Lanes in Port Angeles. Today is the 18th of November, 2023, and we are here for the Lakeside Industries 205 and under and the Longhouse Market and Deli Open. We are in the top 5. Your open division is on lane 11 and 12, and your under division is on lanes 13 and 14. And we start off with Leo Ellis on lane 14, leaves the big 4. Now we're coming up with Jessica Hellmans on lane 13. She comes in, leaves a weak 7. So in our first match we have number 5 seed Leo Ellis, who is up right now on lane 11, going against number 4 seed Brian Irwin. As Leo chops the big 4. The winner of that match will face the number 3 seed Tom Jamrog. The winner of that match will face the number 2 seed Mike Craig, and the winner of that match will face the tournament leader in the Longhouse Market and Deli Open, Scott Halverson. In your Lakeside Industries 205 and under division, we have 5th seed Jessica Hellmans, who just spared her 7-pin on lane 13, going against number 4 seed Carl Anderson. The winner of that match will face, pull up the right sheet here, the number 3 seed Ryan Fox. The winner of that match will face number 2 seed Skylar Lammy, and the winner of that match will face the number 1 seed in Evan Smith. And Brian leaves a 10-pin. Got Carl coming up on lane 14. And Carl goes Brooklyn, leaves the 6-pin. And Brian, misses his 10. So both bowlers in the open division start off with an open. Carl to cover his spare. The ball goes thumpity-thump down the lane, and he covers the spare. So we welcome all of you watching on Facebook Live. We are coming to you from Laurel Lanes in Port Angeles. This is the 50th season of the Kitsap Scratch Bowlers organization. And I'll go ahead and apologize now. Every now and then you're going to see a flicker in the video stream. We're not quite sure why that's happening. We're going to try and fix it, but in the meantime, please be patient. We don't want to stop the live stream, so we'll have to deal with a little bit of flicker. And Carl goes Brooklyn on that one, and he carries it. Meantime, Brian has another 10-pin to cover, and this time he does. All right, Jessica's now up on lane 14. She goes Brooklyn. One good turn deserves another. And Jessica carries a Brooklyn herself. Leo on lane 12. And he gets a light mixer there. All right, so for Jessica today, in qualifying, Jessica shot games of 177, 183, 166, 223, and 231 to finish with a 980. In the semifinals, she shot 163, 196, and 196. She won one of her match play matches for an additional 30 bonus pins to be the number 5 seed. And good carry there by Leo. That gives him 2 in a row. Good cover there by Jessica. Now we got Brian Irwin coming up on lane 12. Brian shot games of 199, 174, 249, 188, and 204. Good strike there to have a qualifying score of 10-14. In the semifinals, Brian shot 165, 232, and 225, winning 2 of his match play matches for 60 additional bonus pins to be the number 4 seed. And Carl goes Brooklyn again and gets the lucky kiss on the 10. Excuse me.
On that lane, you got it.
For Carl today, as Brian goes up on lane 11. Nice strike there by Brian. That gives him 2 in a row. So for Carl, today he shot games of 180, 166, 227, 185, and 203 for a 961 qualifying score. In the semifinals, as Carl almost goes Brooklyn again, in the semifinals he shot games of 200, 180, and 166, winning 2 of his match play matches for 60 additional bonus pins to be the number 4 seed. And Leo comes up high on the head pin, leaves the same thing Carl has in the 3-6-10. And good cover there by Carl. And Leo covers his pair as well. And Jessica comes in light, leaves the 2-4-8. We got Leo coming up on lane 11. For Leo today, he shot games of 183, 198, as he goes Brooklyn and carries, 212, 224, and 182 for a 999 qualifying score. In the semifinals, Leo shot 193, 224, and 191, winning 2 of his match play matches for 60 additional bonus pins to be the number 5 seed. And Jessica unfortunately chops that spare. Now we have Brian up on lane 12. And Jessica coming up. Goes a little Brooklyn, leaves the 3-6-10 again. Yeah. Excuse me. And Brian going for a ham bone, flags the pocket, leaves the 1-2-4-10. Jessica to cover her spare. And she does so nicely. Oh, and Brian almost covers that spare. That gives him an open in the 6th. And Carl goes Brooklyn, lucky to only leave the 3-pin. Oops. 250. Good shot there by Carl. Doesn't carry. Leo coming up on 11. Nice shot there. Good recovery. Let's see how Brian comes back from that open he had in the 6th. And Carl covers his spare. Oh, Brian carries the high one. So after 7 frames in the open division, we got a very tight match. Leo leads Brian 124 to 123. And Jessica leaves the 4-7 pickup for a spare. Oh, comes up high again. This time he leaves the 4 and the 6. Nasty split there in the 8th frame. All right, so after 6 frames in your under division, Jessica's trailing Carl 94 to 115. So still got a pretty tight match in the under. That open didn't do Brian any good. Leo can extend his lead right here. Oh, nice hard high strike there by Jessica. Oh, Leo comes up high.
Oh, you got lucky.
Lucky to take out that 6 pin.
It's all muted.
15 people.
All right, Carl gets a strike in the 7th. Widens his lead just a little bit. Now 135 to Jessica's 114. Leo covers his spare and leads Brian 144 to 141, but Brian had that open in the 8th. And Carl goes Brooklyn, leaves the 6-10. Leo went a little wide on that one. Oh, almost gets the 7 to fall. That's a 9 count in the 9th. So the best Brian can do is a 201 as Carl covers his spare. And Leo covers his spare, so that gives him 163 in the 9th. So Brian can strike out for 201. He cannot shut out Leo. That's a good strike there. Jessica coming up on lane 14, working on a strike. See if she can double up here. Oh, goes right through the nose. Leaves a 3-6-10.
No, we're going to do it after this round. Just the one.
No, I haven't.
Oh, good strike there by Brian.
One more now, Brian.
Keeps a little bit of pressure on Leo. So Leo's got to show up in the 10th. Oh, Jessica chops her spare. Bummer. That gives her an open in the 8th. Clutch shot here. Oh, and he leaves a stingy 7. And Jessica gets them all to fall there in the 9th frame. Oh, and Brian misses his 7 pin. Ooh, so he opens in the 10th for a 189. So pretty much all Leo needs to do is get count here. And Carl gets the 10 to wiggle, but it does not fall. So Jessica can do a 192. Carl right now is at 173. That mark there, that strike there for Leo. Now all he needs to do is get count, and he'll move on. Carl covers his spare, now has 174. He can shoot 214 max. Best Jessica can do is 192. And he goes high, leaves the 3-6-10. And that looks like it's going to do it. When you put 10 in the pit, that's good. That gives him 193, and that secures the win. And so Leo will move on to face the number 3 seed in Tom Jamrog. And Carl chops his spare.
Yes.
So Carl finishes at 189 and opens the door for Jessica.
She didn't hear me, did she?
No. You got this, girl.
And Leo finishes up with a strike for a game of 203.
Find something right here.
Get there.
Oh.
No one's out, right?
Yeah.
On the live stream, he's like, is he bowling in slack? Yes, I'm bowling in slack. Who said that? One of the guys on the live stream, one of my friends, because I shared it. So he's watching.
And Jessica covers her spare. But that's not going to be enough, so Carl will defeat Jessica. And he'll move on to face the number 3 seed in Ryan Fox, pulling his first KSBO tournament. Yeah, I'll do Alex first.
Money time.
All right, so that does it. Jessica finishes with a game of 171. And Jessica will finish in 5th place, take home a check for $120. And Brian will take home a check for $222. All right, so let's get set up for the next match. But first, we're going to hand out some money from our other cashers. In the Lakeside Industries 205 division, Carl Anderson defeats Jessica Hellman's 189 to 171. Carl will move on to face the number 3 seed, Ryan Fox. In the Longhouse Market and Deli Open, Leo Ellis defeats Brian Irwin 203 189. Leo moves going to face number 3 seed, Tom Shamrock. And now for your other cashers, finishing in 6th place for $100 in the Lakeside Industries Go 500 division, Alex Smith.
Get 17 to get the point. Clearwater. And then you got EQC 1 and EQC 2. At a minimum on your way.
In your Longhouse Martin and Deli Open, finishing in 8th place for $140, Jimmy Dillingham.
Hey, 140. Hey,
Go out there.
now go get it. Oh. My bad. It's been a while, okay? It's been a
Hey,
minute.
at least you can run faster than me.
Finishing in 7th place for $160, Nick Backpeller.
Woo! Where's his check?
You don't have it. First, we didn't have a check.
Finishing in 6th place for $180, Tyler Hale.
Randy,
Jimmy didn't
he
get
didn't get a check. You dropped one too. Well, you didn't bring it out.
All right, so
Good job, dude.
That's how much that double is 160 or it's worth $20. That's what double was worth in the tent.
Well, honey.
all right, so Ryan, you get 2 balls on each lane.
Oh.
Tom, you're up.
That goes there.
Brewery said that he's playing with 100. I'm pulling out my own 40. He's playing with 40. I don't see how.
I got this.
Okay, hold on. I gotta give up some stuff.
So even if I spend the full 500, I'm still gonna make $5 a night.
Oh.
No, she took the head start.
I didn't know Vern was gonna reset it. That ball does still count for your 1 of 2.
And I should get a bonus for high lefty on there.
You don't need any more bonuses.
Thank you.
It's only me and you can get it too.
Right now, most is probably about $100 deep in the game already. Who? Lewis. She left and left Brandon with Brandon and Jasmine.
You don't have to shoot that spare. You can reset it if you want.
Where are you guys going?
There was no convincing. I said yes.
See you guys there in a little bit.
We won't be there that long. Once my 40's gone, I'm like, come on, let's go.
Ryan, you don't have to shoot the spare. You can reset it if you want.
Hold it down. Hold it down.
Around Christmas time. I blow like $1,000 just for you. I don't care. You want the money, it is your money. Good luck, Leo.
Yeah, hey. You want to reset? Hey, Brian, do you want it reset?
Yeah, I'll do that. All right, bowlers, go out and shake hands, please. All right, here we go. This is our next match. In your Lakeside Industries 205 and under division, we have number 4 seed Carl Anderson facing number 3 seed Ryan Fox. Ryan, being the higher qualifier, wants to start first, so he'll start on lane 13. In your Longhouse Market and Deli Open, we have number 5 seed Leo Ellis against number 3 seed Tom Jamrod, and Tom wants to start. And we're going to start off with Ryan, who goes Brooklyn, almost carries the pocket, leaves only the 6-pin to pick up. Once again, I'd like to welcome those of you on Facebook Live. I apologize for the flickering video. Not quite sure why it's doing that. It's only doing it on the feed. It's not doing it in the camera, so we're not quite sure what's going on. So please bear with us. It is what it is. All right, Tom up on 11, going for his spare. And he covers it. Looks like he's throwing urethane. And Ryan covered his spare. And now we have Carl Anderson coming up on lane 14. And Carl carries in a very nice strike. Leo coming up on 12. Comes in a little light, leaves the 5-pin. So everybody out there, raise your hand for Leo's 5-pin. All right, Carl coming up on lane 13. And he leaves the 3-6-10. And Leo covers that 5. And not the preferred way, but Carl does pick it up. And Leo up on 11. Nice strike. I think it's my cable.
Cable.
I think it's the cable. I've been wiggling it, and the picture got worse.
Get a new one.
Yeah, so I gotta get a new cable. Huh? Yeah, kinda. All right, so where are we at?
Well, we're not looking very sharp right now. We're looking kind of.
Give it another quarter. We're in enemy territory.
All the dealers will figure it out probably the same.
Washington, Oregon State.
Washington will come back. They'll come back. They'll figure it out.
Can't keep doing the separate game though. They dominate the state down here.
Oh, that's not gonna be long enough. All right, we'll have to do it after the next game. All right, I think we figured out our video issue. Looks like it might be the cable going from the camera to the computer. So after this next match, we'll see if we can fix that. So back to the matches. So we got Carl coming up on 14, working on his spare, and he carries a strike. Ryan has 9 spare, strike 8 spare. Leo, leaves sees the 6-9-10 for a spare there. He was working on his strike. And Tom has a double going. Oh my goodness, that one went. That was a runaway Brooklyn there. Oh, and Leo chops his spare. All right, Ryan. Oh, I need to give you some scores too. Oh, nice strike there by Ryan. So speaking of Ryan, today Ryan shot games of 190, 183, 221, 204, and 218. That gave him a 10-16 qualifying score, as Leo gets a strike in the 10th, in the 4th. In the semifinals, Ryan shot 173, 147, and 211, winning one of his match play matches for 30 additional bonus pins to be the number 3 seed. And he carries a Brooklyn. That gives him 2 in a row. So turnabout's fair play. Carl throws one. Ryan throws one right back at him. All right, now we got Tom Jamrock coming up on lane 12. Today, Tom shot games of 210, 214, 191, 205, and 223 to have a 1043 qualifying score. In the semifinals, he shot games of 225, 209, and 192, winning 2 of his match play matches for 60 additional bonus pins to be the number 3 seed. All right, so Tom's going for the 610 spare here, and he covers it. So after 4 frames in the open division, Tom Jamrog is leading Leo Ellis 78-58. And in your under division, good spare there by Carl. He is leading Ryan by 8-10, 98-90. Ooh. Tom comes in light, leaves the 5-pin. Meanwhile, Carl is just piping it hard and straight. Gets a strike there on lane 13. And Tom covers his spare. Oh, Ryan came up just up on the nose, leaves the big 4. Leo came up a little high on that one. Left himself the 4-7 to pick up. Oh, good attempt there by Ryan. And Leo covers his spare. See how Ryan bounces back from that open. Still comes up high on the head pin. Now this time he has the 3-6 pin. Ooh, Leo also came up high and he leaves the big 4. And Ryan covers his spare. Leo's going for it. And he only takes out the 6 and the 10. That's going to open for Leo in the 6. And we got Carl coming up on lane 14, working on a strike. Piping it hard and heavy, straight down. And boom. And he carries over. And we got Tom coming up on lane 12. And that was a nice ball, but the 10 does not fall. 6 kind of just died right there in the ditch. And Carl gets another one. That's 3 in a row. Currently on 240 pace. All right, Ryan coming up on lane 14. Ooh, and he carries it. So it's not over yet. And Tom carries a light mixer there. Oh, nice strike there by Ryan. He's not going to go away quietly. Ryan can still shoot 222. Leo comes in light. He's the 7. So Carl still needs to keep his intensity up here, or otherwise he's going to let Ryan back in the door. Ooh, and he goes Brooklyn. Leaves the 5-9. So assuming Carl covers this, that'll give him 194 in the 9th. If he strikes out the 10th, that gives him 224. Ryan strikes out, that's 222. So we got a tight match. And he does cover it. Leo's coming up in the 8th frame, working on a spare, trailing by 34 pins. Oh, and that 10 just sat there. Once again, the 6 pin goes off into the ditch and just doesn't bounce off. And boom. Okay, Carl gets the first one in the 10th. Leo covers his 10. Oh, I apologize. I did math wrong. So Carl can finish with 236. Add 10, carry the 1. Oh, that one sounded pretty good. So that strike shuts out Ryan. So Carl will move on to face number 2 seed in Skylar Lammy. For Ryan today, he'll finish in 4th place.
It doesn't really need a blink anymore. Got it right here. That came back on.
Now you look at the display.
I heard it. Yeah, it looks like it's coming across now. Yep. All right. Sorry about that, guys. For some reason, we lost our audio. I'm on Bluetooth, and for some reason, it disconnected from the computer. I don't know when it cut out, but to give you where we're at. So we had number 4 seed Carl Anderson defeat number 3 seed Ryan Fox 233 to 222. Carl will move on to face number 2 seed in Skylar Lammy. And in your open division, Tom Jamrog defeats Leo Ellis 194 to 159. Tom will move on, and he'll face number 2 seed Mike Craig. All right, and we're going to pause the live stream right now so we can swap out cables, see if that fixes the video jitter. So we're going to end this one, and then we'll restart another live feed. And this will confirm if it's the cable.
Got another cable?
Yeah, Leo had one. Well, I had one too, but it wasn't long enough. It's only about that long.
Oh, yeah.
So I may just have to go get another cable. Yeah, see, here was my backup. Little tiny thing. PC camera. Okay. Oh, you're still streaming, that's why.
Yeah. I'm trying to see it up. I'm trying to see it update. I don't want to end if we don't have it.
I've already selected PC camera.